It's time for Why Not Wednesday. We're going to look at some plus money, some longer shot options, and see if it makes you want to turn your head and say why not. So we'll start in the NFL with the Cincinnati Bengals, Michael, because I know that we are, like, all things are coming up roses for the Baltimore Ravens right now. We love what they are doing. But Cincinnati, slow start with an injured quarterback. All of a sudden, they've won 3 of their last 4 games. They're coming out of a bye this coming week. Got a good game against San Francisco. If they were to win that, can you imagine just how things are going to change up and how people are going to be talking about the Bengals moving forward? Could you say why not to a 25-1 Super Bowl ticket? Could the Bengals get it together and get there with Joe Burrow getting healthy?
I would say why not. Again, I don't think it can happen, but I would say why not? Because I think this offensive line is problematic. I mean, look, you know, I don't have to tell anybody who had a Seattle ticket 2 weeks ago before the bye about how fortunate Cincinnati was to win that game and how their offense kind of stalled at the end of it. Now, everybody's going to assume they're healthy. They're going to go to San Francisco. They're a 5.5-point dog in San Francisco. I think it should be a little bit higher. It's not. But I just think, to me, they have some issues, but why not? I mean, they have a great quarterback, and when you have a great quarterback, as I've mentioned earlier in the show, as John Madden eloquently said, the great quarterback is a deodorant for everything else that's wrong with your team, and so why not?
I love it. Let's go to the NFC South. Or, no, excuse me. Change my mind.
Okay.
We're going to go to the NFC North.
All right.
We're going to go north. Because we talked a lot yesterday about the Vikings, right? And how potentially the way that they're playing could be a playoff team, especially the way that things in the NFC shake out. I'm going to take it one step further. Could we say why not on the Minnesota Vikings putting it together to win the division and upset the hype train that has been the Detroit Lions?
Why not? I mean, look,
Really?
one thing we know about the Vikings is that they can move the football. And the way Brian Flores is calling defense, he's creating havoc. Mark Twain has this great saying, you know, the greatest swordsman in the world doesn't fear the second best swordsman. He fears the unconventional swordsman, someone who's liable to do anything. That's Brian Flores right now. He's liable to do anything with the team. So they play at home. We saw the power of the home crowd the other night, how they were able to kind of help them along. Look, the Lions have to kind of maintain it. Can they win on the road? All those things. Why not? I don't expect it. I would be less likely with Minnesota than I was with Cincy going to the Super Bowl, but why not?
Okay. And again, this is a team that when they're 1-4, we're talking about where could they trade Kirk Cousins? Are they going to offload and start the rebuild now? But back-to-back wins, 3-4, gaining a little bit of momentum and a seemingly on paper easy schedule ahead. Interesting. But yeah, the Lions, obviously their in-season win total pretty high expectations for this team, 11.5. Vikings just 6.5. But I like the why not, the plus 550, baby. Let's get it going. Now, in the wide receiving game, everybody's always talking about Tyreek Hill. He made the proclamation at the beginning of the season that he was going to have 2,000 receiving yards this year. A.J. Brown has entered the chat, Michael, and he is somebody that has come on. He has looked like a lot of fun, very dynamic playmaking ability. Could you say why not for him actually to be the guy to break the single season record? Plus 450 for him to go over that number.
Yeah, why not? I mean, one thing he does, he makes incredible plays down the field. For a guy that didn't run fast at the combine, who's not explosive at his 40 time, he gets down the field and he does it with power. He doesn't do it with innate speed. He does it with power. And then all jump ball situations, he wins. And he's got really, for anybody who wants to study receiver play, he's got really strong wrists. When the ball hits his hands, it stops. And so when he's got a 50-50 ball, it really favors him 90-10 because he's going to make the catch. So why not? I mean, he's playing at such a level that I don't know how John Robinson, the former general manager of the Titans, thought, I can get someone just like him in the first round. You can't. I think a lot of this comes back that when you draft a guy in the later rounds, you just never think he's as good as he is. This kid's really is.
Last 5 games, 137 yards, 131, 127, 175, 131. It's just every single week he's coming out there and delivering. He would need 1,965 to break the record, plus 450. Again, what that number is right now. Harry Gagnon came on the program. He is going with the hometown Arizona Diamondbacks to win the World Series, Michael, as an underdog. They've been winning as a dog the entire way from the wild card round to now. Can you say why not and take that plus 150, plus 160 price on the D-backs to get it done?
I mean, I would never say nothing bad about momentum. Momentum is one of the most powerful tools in all of sports. And the Diamondbacks have momentum. And they have a belief. And the fact that they won 2 road games in Philadelphia is remarkable. Christopher Russo didn't think it would happen. You know, he's going to have to unretire now. I heard he's back.
Oh, wow. That's big news.
So I think, yeah, big news. I think, to me, you know, why not, Stormy? What do you think?
There's no momentum like momentum, as you say, Michael. And I mean, especially, granted, it's not the preseason price, and God bless you, whoever has one of those tickets on the Diamondbacks to win the World Series right now that you're sitting on. But I think it makes sense, and they've just continued to exceed expectations, and when everyone counts them out, why not, Michael? And that's the beauty of this segment. I'll hit you with one more real quickly. We got the world's largest outdoor cocktail party coming up. The Georgia Bulldogs and Florida Gators going head-to-head. It's a 14.5-point spread, but could the Gators maybe on the money line be the team that stops the undefeated streak for Georgia?
I don't think so, but I would sprinkle some pizza money on it. Why not? I mean, those games are unpredictable. And the way college football's gone this year, who can predict anything with a degree of certainty? Why not, Stormy? You know it. Would you?
I think somebody's going to do it. I don't know if it'll be Florida. I don't know if it'll be Missouri, but I think somebody's going to do it.
I do too.
Why not?
I do too.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.